Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Returners Hideout number 300. I almost said 200. Woohoo! Been a while since that. 319. Trouble in the Timeline? It's weird. It feels like that was the title of last week's. Anyway. We will be moving on tonight to what? We got 3 rounds of Final Fantasy TCG action. Potentially we've got a bonus tiebreaker round after that. And we have got 13 gamers, the lucky number, saddled up tonight, ready to jam some games. Everybody getting ready for the Winter Cups. Saw that there was a West Coast one that the players organized that's being put on. I love that. See that there's other off-season tournaments popping up, dude. The enthusiasm for the FFTCG is here and going strong in Final Fantasy. I was going to say in Final Fantasy 2026, guys. It's been a long day, okay? In the year 2026. Anyway. We are moving on to the stream. Let's get to round 1. We've got the game up. Let's get it on the screen. I have finished my dinner before stream tonight. It's a miracle. Alright. Sign it in. Look at my Moogle, he's just chilling. He should be spinning around. Look at all of these lovely tables. Dude, there are so many tables I have to make the window bigger in Octagon. I love that. I love that. Let's look at some of these matchups. Let's decide where we're going to go. We've got Muhammad, June and Anthony, Vincent Brendan, Tyler and Kurt, Logan and Joe, dude. I think maybe we go to table 5. We see the return of Joe Lavin versus the great Logan Palmer, dude. Or, oh, dude, Ian's back too. Ian versus Greg is a great one at table 6, man. I kind of love both of those games. Let's see what we can see. Let's see what's cooking at maybe, you know, Joe, this is literally his first week back, so let's go to table 6 and see what Greg is up to with Mr. Mellon. Alright, so before I even get the names up, I bet I bet viewers already know which one of these two is Greg. Of course, yes, he is playing the Scions, the Water Lightning here, as he has been doing many times over the past year, maybe even longer than that. Has really taken that deck and done awesome things with it. Has certainly been the reason that I've sleeved it once or twice. And I love seeing what we're tinkering with new stuff. They did get some new pieces. The Uriander backup that we're using here is that new, or no, it's the old one. It's not even the new one that taps for 2 colors. This one is still the EX that adds Scions to your hand. So we're a full-blown Scion. So the few tech pieces like Yogg that are really helpful against the prevalence of ice and like Laswell and the other Yeesh strategies and things like that. Plus Eunice still running around out there, as we saw with the Golbez 2 weeks ago. Alright, let me get Ian's name there. Boom. And we'll go one of these. Alright. Oh, dude, and the value machine is down. Tataru is here ready to D those C's. Let's go with that. Okay. Against Sky Pirates, man. Now, Sky Pirates has been a cool one. There's been a few different flavors, right? There's like the mono wind lean that's going really heavy on wind backups. It is also doing things like playing the Fina. You know, they're actually going to so many wind backups that they're playing the Fina hand trap to cancel auto abilities, and it is a very mono wind deck. But there's also versions of it that are heavier onto the earth, because you do play things like the Fran and the Bosch, usually in all the versions. You're leaning into earth anyway, so you see here we have Tiro, we have Kuset. There's a lot of powerful utility that you get by leaning a little heavier into the earth colors. Even some more Final Fantasy XII synergies like the Kusets. And then there's of course non-bow synergy still, like Tiro's a good card, but obviously he's a miss for Sky Pirates and doesn't do all the same things with the deck. Now we do see the whole squad assembling here. Vaughn looks like he went and got who did the Vaughn play? This Balthier just played this vanilla, right? Maybe Vaughn was already out. All these cards are the same now. Bosch is going to look at the top three. We're going to find the Philo, add that to our hand. I do think it's cool to see this guy coming back, especially since they gave us the prize cards of that Vaughn, or like the super gold fancy prize card versions. It's like, man, at least they made cards that'll make them see some play and be worth something. Now, for Scions, I mean, this is... so, they have the Ash, which, right, can make the Y'shtola special a little ineffective, right? So, Y'shtola's special, of course, is that she deals 9,000 damage to all forwards other than Job Scion. Then Ash, first of all, these guys are all pretty big, right? We got 11k, 11k, 10k, and then the Balthier can tap himself in the vanilla to make himself 11k. Like, all these things could just clear it to begin with. Plus, you can tap Ash to reduce the damage done to herself. You could tap any of the other guys to reduce damage done to any of the other guys. Like, there are so many ways. There's like 5 or 6 different things we can activate on the inside of the table that are showing before we even talk about if anything happens to trigger bot or if we decide to use Penelo. That can stop different types of removal here on the other side that are damage based. So we're gonna need a clean break on Ash if we want to make this Y'shtola effective. It's a little tricky because she's that 5 CP. She's a little bit out of the reach of something like a Cloud. Oh, the Cloud is already riding dirty in the middle of the field there. And now this is Thancred. He's from a few sets back now, but 23, dude. But Thancred enters the field. Choose that forward if you have the requisite number of Scions. It's not forwards either, so we have plenty of them. You break it, and then if he's put from the field to the break zone, we get to play a forward for us from the break zone on the field. It's going to be very powerful when you start combining that with Y'shtola or with Grahatia into Y'shtola or into Alizé into Y'shtola, and just the combo potential is very high. It just synergizes so nicely with so many of the things in the deck that just generate that additional value. Howdy, howdy, Mr. RB Sire. How are you doing this week? RBX, I'm sorry, not to leave one out. We're trying to, so we did get a clean break on the Ash. That's one of the things we needed, right? Now everybody isn't getting that +2 pump, and we don't have the Ash protection on everybody, but we did use it on the way out the door on Bosch, which was a smart move from Ian here. Now we did have it. See, there it is. It's exactly what we were talking about putting together here. The Pulse of Creation, 9k threat. Now we have to get out of this the old-fashioned way with Balthier pumps, so we can protect. So Bosch is already going to take 2,000 less, so he's marked for 7 here effectively. We can tap him and Penelo and pump Vaughn by 2, and then we can tap Vaughn and Balthier to pump Balthier by 2. But it looks like we're actually just going to tap 3 Sky Pirates to draw a card, and we're going to let those 3 of those guys go, which is interesting. Because Balthier has the ability to pump your dudes up. Call 2 active Sky Pirates. Oh, I guess Bot's not a Sky Pirate, that's fair. We only have 2 available Sky Pirates. Well, we had 3, but we could only tap for 1 protection. But we still could have... I guess then the argument is it's drawing a card versus saving a Vaughn or a Bosch. And maybe, you know what, we'd just rather replay both of those guys. So I take back my harsh assessment of this play, and I think well, let's see where it leads. As if we were going to do anything but... Ha ha ha. We're using Lena here. Oh, sorry. I thought he was going to hit the raise, but no, we swung for damage, hit a Kukulain, and now we're just highlighting that we will be drawing a card for Lena. I mean, hey, hell of a card. Hell of a card. Yes, please. And we hit the Shantoto here. That's another reason. Okay, so you know what? There you go. We had the board wipe in hand. We probably knew we were pulling the Shantoto trigger here. So we figure, yeah, we're not going to waste... we're not going to keep these guys alive. Instead, I'll just draw a card, right? And I'll make the Shantoto cheaper. I'm going to be removing the whole board anyway. Now, the thing that's scary here is that was all we had. We did that and we passed. I think that's not really respecting some of the gunpowder that we have over here in Scions, man. I mean, we've got some hasty forwards. We've got access to playing multiple guys out pretty quick. We're in the color combination for scary cards like Water Lightning Lightning, one of the all-time top 10 Final Fantasy TCG cards to say out loud while doing commentary. Water Lightning Lightning. We've got X equals 4 over here from a Graha Tia, so that's going to be Graha into Alize. And then let's not forget that if Alize gets... So Y'shtola can... maybe he just gets Astinia. But you can also get Y'shtola who can give them haste, right? We are going right for the Astinian, man. We got another speedy boy. Powder to draw a card. Yeah, we're looking for it. We're looking for it. Show me Y'shtola. Show me Alize. There's actually quite a few outs here, and he just has he hits the lightning. There it is. Is exactly what I was saying. I thought that was a little bit like man, if we had anything to play, we should have played it. We had our whole limit break deck. I think we should have played some stuff out. Even one thing was too few just because of the threat, the fear of lightning. But I'll tell you what, dude, he's getting back on the bike he's learning. And hey, this is just what that's that scary thing that Water Lightning does, right? This card right here is really good at just closing games out of nowhere. Like, surprise, you're dead. Is not a fun feeling there. So we're gonna go ahead and switch. Coming off a long weekend in the land of Oz. Short work weeks are always good. Yeah, hey, nothing wrong with that. How's Oz these days? It's been a minute since I've been. The Colorado Winter Cup, dude, coming up this weekend. Hell yeah. Make sure Silence is in good shape for it, man. Take him out. Take him out. There's so many, dude. I love the extra Winter Cups popping up, man. Like the one out in the West Coast they just posted too. I know you guys are one of the Western ones too, but there's like the all the way West one. Oh wait, are you talking about like just a different thing, or are you talking about? Isn't there like the Shiva Cup? Is that the one you're talking about? That's the one I always think of as like the second, as like the fan run Winter Cup thing. Although they are calling it all fan run, you know. But yeah, I guess sometimes this one is the most like official thing that I've ever seen, dude. They're sending like Kageyama and shit to the Winter Cup. It's crazy. It's kind of hype. Normally it's just like a tournament at our, or you know, at least the ones in Raleigh were just like, you know, they sent the box of stuff. That's about it. We just call it the Winter Cup, nothing fancy. It's just an excuse for a big tournament. I mean, hell yeah, man. I love an excuse for a big tournament. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, I'm over here at the next table. I've got a Mono Ice Gamer. I always love that. Oh, and they're hitting Terra EX Burst. I see the new lock in the deck. I see 2 of them in damage, so that's cursed. But things are looking good, dude. Ooh, Zalera the Seraph. It says, you want to attack with that, Leo? Go ahead, but I'm going to get 2 for the price of 1. But I think Leo is still turning sideways if he can, unless he came down this turn. Especially considering Logan's got 1 backup. Seems like he's definitely the beat down here, and he needs to win before this gets closed out forever on him. Mono Ice guy has 5 backups. That's terrifying. He's a full limit break deck and 5 backups. Brother, you're about to get shut out for the next 3 turns. I mean, we've all seen the Kate Sith Kurosame pipeline, folks. And or the other way around. Oh, we got a judge call. What can I do here for? Doom of the Living versus the new Ignis effect. I go for hitting all the boys on the board. As Ignis say no. Okay. I need a new Ignis. Reading the card, reading the card. Oh my god, it's like Ingus, dude. These characters, man. Ignis, okay. Dull, one ability that is choosing cancels effect. Yes. Alright, so we always like to go over these on stream. This one's pretty straightforward. It says Ignis is choosing the ability and is a legal target because it is choosing a Noctis or sorry, I literally just read my answer to you guys. It's saying Doom of the Living versus new Ignis effect. I go for hitting all the boys on the board. Does Ignis say no? So we're trying to use a multi-target ability and it's targeting a bunch of cards, but one of those cards is including a retainer or a Noctis or something like that. So new Ignis has the ability to dull 2 active retainers and choose one ability that is choosing a card named Noctis or job retainer you control. Cancel its effect. So my answer was Ignis is choosing the ability. It's a legal target because it's choosing, you know, the ability is a legal target if it is choosing a Noctis or retainer you control. And then it cancels that entire effect. So it doesn't just cancel part of it, it cancels the whole thing. Just like how Amaterasu cancels the entire ability. If the ability has multiple things inside one ability, they all get canceled. If there are multiple abilities, it's a different story. You would need to dull another 2 Ignis, but for a multi-target ability that is all one ability, whether it is special or otherwise, it would cancel the entire effect, yeah. Working coastal, nice day with a sea breeze, going to the beach. Okay, I chipped like an inch thick block of ice off the back of my car today, dude. We are not the same. I want your life. Mono ice at 5. Speaking of ice, dude, yeah, mono ice at 5 is tough to crack. That is absolutely true. Mono ice, once they get to the 5 ice backups, you're like, something has gone horribly wrong here. This isn't what this is supposed to look like. Holy, but we did just hard cast the Leviathan Lord of the Wall. We have put it all on the line. And Mono Ice is not an element that normally is going to have some kind of cancel or something for this, or even a straight kill on something like this Leviathan. Do we have some combination? Can we do we have like a Dullet and then a Zalera or something? It's not a prime number though. It's not on that one, is it? The other, it's not in here, I don't think. So we have to kill it with just something that kills the dull thing, but we have to make it dull first? Yikes. I mean, we do have, that is an out that we might have. He does have a lot of summons, and he's got all these, nope. Yeah, it's gonna resolve. Seymour is giga dead, and these weenies are coming in for the win. I thought this Surges and this Leo were not long for this world, because, oh, maybe that was, no, because Surges isn't over here. I thought we got the Zalera, and we were just gonna toast. We're gonna cook these guys. What was this deck? It looks like this bottom deck here from Logan is some kind of just ice, water, earth. So it's a Verstel. Oh, it's the Arden deck. I got to him eventually. There he is. So yeah, that explains why we have like one backup and we went explosive with forwards and we have big bombs in the deck and we push the guy, right? Yeah. Oh, we do have a Shiva here. Oh, we have the Zalera. What do we're doing some stuff. We're dull freezing the Kuja. Then he attacks with the Leo and we're Zaleraing. But yeah, it's so troll. Zalera doesn't even kill the fucking Leviathan. Because it's 3x3, baby. He says Surge should be dead in the stack, and he says Kuja, you mean? Yeah, Kuja and Leo should both die. Yeah. Wait, when did we cast this Zalera though? Was it before the Leo attack? We didn't dull freeze the Kuja and then let the Leo attack and then do the thing? Yeah, so yeah, he did. The Leo did survive. I'm just saying I think that's weird. Right? Because didn't he cast the Shiva to dull freeze the Surges and then cast Zalera? So we just had to, I think we should have let this cast or attack or whatever. But it's okay, we're knocking the rust off those. It was all, I mean, it's all bad. Unfortunately, you're looking at you have like the dull kill combo in your hand, and then you look at the cost of Leviathan, and then you look back at your, the Zalera in your hand, and you're like, ah, damn it, dude. Damn it. All right. Dude, so we're still in it to win it, man. We have to deal all 7 damage though. So this is the terrifying thing. Yeah, he was at 5 backups, and yeah, he should have been able to lock things down. But that Leviathan was exactly the kind of insane bomb that, like, playing this 9-cost Leviathan, wreaking havoc on the board and removing the Seymour. Yeah, I mean, of course, here comes the usual suspects, right? Kurasame. Oh my god! The Leviathan 3 cancel. The Kurasame, not today, brother. We cancel it. We are on the absolute skin of our teeth surviving. Logan has got nothing left. He's got a sideways Leviathan. He's got plenty of health. And he has got his opponent in the corner. And it is looking like the unlikely is going to happen here. I thought for sure I should be able to lock this one down. They had plenty of cards in hand, 5 backups, their whole Limit Break deck left. And now it's like we're about to be undone by this absolute titan, dude. I mean, he at least trades into Kurasame, right? So we can't attack with the Leviathan. No, we just straight pass it, man. So, I mean, we might have just... I mean, the Leviathan and the Kurasame, sure. But we just don't have anything... We didn't have anything left anyway. Right? I think Kurasame did say discard, which is effectively the same as casting Leviathan, right? So, makes sense. What do we got? Oh, a Zalera Death Seraph. And we're going to try to kill the Leviathan here. So this is, well, your opponent selects a forward of +5 to control. But yeah, they're going to select Leviathan, then discard a card. So we lose one of them. We lose a Unalesca. Interesting. But the Arden deck is a little bit in trouble when they have so few cards in hand and the colors are locked to blue, because it's like it's gonna be difficult for them to do much. Yeah, he's passing the turn over here to Logan. So, It's another draw pass turn for Logan, man. That is not what you want to see. But like I just said last turn, right? That's the Arden deck is in this weird spot where if it doesn't have a lot of cards in hand, it doesn't have these colors down. Like just the Thornton is only going to be able to tap for water, and he might just have like a rainbow of things that are hard to use. When he's losing one card at a time, it really hurts too from Ice's pressure. Would love to see us drop another Seymour, man. We did lose one to damage. So there's one Seymour there. We lost the other Seymour earlier to he just died the old-fashioned way. Oh, and there is a third Seymour in here. So we got Final Fantasy XI fans in chat. There we got a Final Fantasy XI summoner. A beautiful screenshot of Shiva here. Although, here's my favorite thing about this one, dude. I'll say this one more time. For the Final Fantasy XI players will know that this is the most suspect thing you've ever seen. Why is the player character in the screenshot for this engaged? Like they have their weapon drawn. I've never seen a summoner in this attack position. This is some baloney, dude. This is a horribly posed. Like they definitely posed for the picture, and it's silly, dude. I gave you my Prime 7 left stream. Thank you, Mr. David. I appreciate you. Fighting the good fight. Summoner, I hardly know her. I know that nobody is interested whatsoever in my Final Fantasy XI journey, but I have been playing Summoner recently, a job that I have never ever played before in Final Fantasy XI over all my years. I was just never really a Summoner guy. However, there is a challenge in Final Fantasy XI. There's a special item called Mott's Cap, and if you're like, who's Mott, dude? That's right, here he is. Where he is? There he is, Mott. Twitch won't stop ignoring me about this. Sorry, June, thank you so much. Subbing at the tier 1 for 6 months, dude. Pretty sure I subbed 2 weeks ago. Oh, I mean, it keeps bugging you that it wants you to, You mean that it wasn't giving you the pop-up so that you could celebrate it? Or you mean that it keeps nagging you to celebrate it? Because if it's the latter, I feel bad and I'm sorry. Don't feel like you have to celebrate it. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Of course, as always. It's a pleasure to have you here with us, June. It keeps nagging you to celebrate. Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to... I love to party. Look, I'll tell you what. I know that they push a lot of that shit in your guys' face. I like to think that, you know, I do my best to not push any of it on you. So, you'll never hear me asking for any of that stuff. You won't see like incentives or goals or any of that stuff. You know, we try to keep it clean. So thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. It means that when you do it, it's from the bottom of your heart, or you just want my cool emotes. All right, Ignis is going to come in. Now, this is not the Ignis we were talking about earlier, but I do love this one. What a cool moment in the game. I mean, God, the game happened a long time ago, and, you know, spoilers and all that jazz. We don't have to talk about what's happening in this art, but it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and it is powerful and evocative. Plus, the card is pretty cool. Blows a guy up, snaps off one of your characters, adds something back to hand. I'm here for your emotes, dude. That's right. You get me and Chris, dude. The classics, the classics. I got to talk to my man. I got to see how he's doing. It's been a minute. We've had a little bit of a quiet January. Leo's gonna come down. He's gonna DSC as he always do. Looks like. Oh, so did we have an Arden prep or Arden flip here? That was Ignis, and we missed it. Oh yeah, we totally did. That's okay. Lapras, brother. Thank you so much. He's got the Goob. He's got the Laughing Mandy, the Tomato Mandy. Look at it kecking, dude. I love the Goober though. Oh, look, I know we've got the goods, okay? Oh, the Chocobo theme is blasting. So anyway, we started blasting. He's starting to build this board back up, but the thing is, dude, this Logan's got 11 cards left in deck. Joe has 12 cards left in deck. Joe still has to figure out how to deal 6 points of damage, and unfortunately there's just these big dumb dummies. These big bots. The bot squad is all in the way here. If you're here for the emotes, you have good taste, folks. That's all I have to say. Alright, FFTC organized play. Let's go to the results page. June 7-2 over Anthony at table 2. Nice, June. Anthony's a tough cookie. Not that you're not. Table 6, Greg 7-0 over Ian. Greg's a tough cookie. Table 1, Muhammad. Tough cookie central today. 7-3 over Tabitha. Alright. Piece of cake. Kurosame number 2. The strategy is simple. We maintain the strategy. Kurosame number 2 looks like we are saying discard. Calling for discard. Which card? That's right. Man, alright, so we've got the discard off. Now we're plowing through the rest of the turn. We get the Shiva off. We Shiva Dolfrieza. Now we're going to play Shantoto for 1 CP. Man, this Shantoto is such a good card. Where did my window go? Pull her up here. And just 8k body that gives you your best thing to do back to hand, and just happens to have this like sneaky little... I mean, this deck doesn't do it or play anything that generates crystals, I don't think, but the number of games that I've seen randomly closed out by that card are too many. Too many. Really cool second ability for that card to have. But the Shantoto really is an all-star, just putting Seymour back in your hand. It's her secret text. She's really good at it. One of the best. You got the Kurosame? Another Kurosame? We're going to keep this gravy train rolling, or we're going to use his special ability. That's fair. We get 9k to Arden. I guess we'll just start plowing. Am I going to the Winter Cup? I sure am. Who is my squad? It is me, Alex Tesfer, and Mr. Jeff. Jeff Curran, long-time friend and fan of the old cast. He's a brother of ours, hanging out with us always on the trips, and a very dear friend of mine. So happy to have him on the squad. An honorary returner for the weekend, brother. Although he's of course it's a little TFE returner crossover, brother. It's going to be such a pleasure to see him also. I really don't get to see him enough times a year. So this is a wonderful little bonus that he's going to Winter Cup this year. It's lovely to get to have him on the squad. You will be at the Winter Cup with deck boxes. What a Chad. I will see you there, brother. I can't wait. Jeff, also you may know him as the the inventor of Judge Tower, an excellent article writer, absolute limited slammer, and one of the best and snappiest responses of judges that we've got in the Discord. So I appreciate him immensely for all the help that he gives to you guys and to the players. And I'm hoping he's going to give me a little help. This weekend, I'm just kidding. Jeff, help me. I need Jeff. Jeff, teach me the rules. Yeah. No, it'll be a great time. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a fun event. Decks are looking a little like, yeah, decks are looking a little thin here. Looking a little thin. Oh, I literally typed, dude, I typed time will begin at 7:10. It will be called at 7, instead of 50, I put 7:15. And nobody said anything? Anyway, it's time of the round. It was time of the round 5 minutes in. We had to play really fast. That's right. There's a lot of games still cooking though. Let me see what's... I gotta pop up in these other rooms to let them know. Alright, I had to call time on 3 tables. That's kind of wild. Alright, well, keeping my eye in the sky here on these folks. They said he can see it cool. Then I'm sure they will post that results. Okay. These guys are still figuring out their game. Okay, so those two are wrapping up. They'll be done in just a second. So I think this last one that we're watching here is really going to be the last game. These guys basically have no cards left, so they're kind of at turns naturally anyway. And then let's go ahead and see here. Vince 7, Brendan 1. Mohammed 3. We have that already. Yeah, so Tyler, Kurt, and then this is Joe and Logan. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Nice, dude. Table 5, looks like we got a result there. Here, Logan got 7-3 over Joe. Excellent game, folks. Alright. That game sucked. Hey, man, it's, that was a weird one, man. You had the 5 backups so early. I know, we were all like, oh, man, it's cooked. Ice with 5 backups, that's terrifying. But it's just, the Arden deck is, first of all, just, like, just so randomly annoying. He had the Leviathan, he had that exact Lev cancel, and then, oh, man, just... tell you what, that was a skin of his teeth match, though. A hell of a game for Logan to squeak that one out. Alright, we are switching here. Oh, actually, we're just pairing the next round. We're gonna do another one of these. There we go. That still says switching table. That's a dirty lie. Table 4 said that, like, on that turn they were going to, like, basically I was there earlier and they said it's either over this turn or I, like, concede or something like that. So I was like, oh, okay, and then I left so that they could. It seemed like it was literally imminent, like, seconds from being done. I could pop it open again, I just, yeah. Am I going to Pittsburgh? Yes. Yes, I will see you there. That's coming up, man, huh? We got one more of these, and then that's next weekend. Cool stuff. June, you'll be there? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. X3 drop and go to the bar? Hey, look, I love that plan, too. I love a good bar. We'll be having a great time, that's a trust. We're gonna have a lot of fun. That's for sure. The bar crew. That's right. That's right, folks. I'll see you there. Drink and drop. The drunk drop. I'm in for the X3 drop bar crew. All right, guys, hold on. I'm not. I don't want to sign myself up for that team so early, but you know, we'll definitely be there. There's this Chinese restaurant where the drunk coworkers ask us to drink with them. I might say yes this time. All right, word. That sounds good. June, there will be many more. There will be many more times and chances. Fear not. Fear not. It's not. Look, you know, besides just like the people and the fun, the rest of it, you know, you're just paying a bunch of money for something. It's, I don't know. It's a drain on my wallet, dude. It's more than anything else. Tyler 7, Kurt 6. All right, boom, boom. The bar is just like a more expensive version of going out to eat at a restaurant together. They get sloppy fast. Alright. We're going next. We got... Everybody is in, and I don't have any dorps. Excellent. Next round. Pairing it up. Oh, the Yuffie theme, dude. Yuffie is one of my favorite characters in Final Fantasy VII. But that's because as a kid, dude, let me tell you, anything that was ninja coded, that was for me. That was for me. Anything even remotely ninja adjacent. I was Sub-Zero for Halloween for like 3 years. Only 8 months. You must have slacked off for a while. Hey, man, don't worry about it. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. And welcome back. It's so nice to have you. I saw your name sign up, and I was like, oh my god, it takes me back, man. Takes me back. Alright, posting pairings. Do you guys appreciate that lore drop? I was Naruto running on the playground. Well, see, the thing is, when maybe I'm gonna date myself here, but there was no such thing as Naruto running when I was on the playground. That was like that was post-elementary school, man, for me. Old gamers rise up. That's right. All right, the pairings are up. I'm stabbing a Gigas in the tummy. Old Dumpy here. That's yes. We were powering up Dragon Ball Z. See, look, you know what we were doing on the playground? I'll tell you what we were doing on the playground. Pokemon came out when I was in 3rd grade. Okay, that's what we were doing on the fucking playground. Every playground for like years. That's what we were doing. We were trading the cards. We were battling on Game Boys. We were doing that. Like, if you weren't playing on the playground, that's what we were. You know, it was Pokemon shit, or definitely, like he says, man, DBZ moves on each other. Power Rangers Power Rangers is a big one. Okay. TMNT. Did I get a buy due to damage dealt? No, what happens is it randomly chooses somebody who has the same record. You get a buy every week. Well, I mean, unfortunately, so here's a couple things, right? First of all, obviously it sticks out when you get the buy, and that sucks. Trust me, I wish I could put a robot there. And believe it or not, I actually do my best. The very tiny, like, finger on the scale I ever do to the pairings is just to not give somebody the same person the round 1 buy multiple weeks in a row. It's the only time I change things, because I think that just sucks, right? Like, you make the time, and you make the time to sit here on time at 7 o'clock, and that's not fair. Now, at the same time, right, hey man, you know, if you're playing and you're here every week, it's a much higher chance for you to get the buy. And unfortunately, there are a lot of strong, powerful gamers who are playing like Greg and Eureka, rising up the ranks. So as you go on in the rounds, the people in the lower rounds, even when you don't have a 0x record, even if you're like 1-1, you know, sometimes everybody has the same record as the lowest record is tied, and then it still will randomly select one of those people for the buy. And then, hey man, I'm super sorry if you're getting it a bunch. I wish I could generate a player for you to play. I wish there were never buys. I wish we only had even rounds and we only had players sign up in twos, and that they would drop and they would drag somebody with them when they left. But the best I can do. I know you're just kind of playing, but I do feel bad about it, so I do just want to say, you know, I do my best. And that it is seen and it is noted. And I want you to know that there is a guardian angel out there that's usually looking out for you in round one when he can. In general, for all of you guys, but sometimes, you know, it is what it is. We're playing the goofy stuff. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. Black mages, dude, I love that. I love that. Yeah, so the buy does choose from the lowest record. Just so you know, it randomly selects a player who has the lowest record. So just say, like, hey, I love things like black mages. I'm just saying, if your goal is to avoid the buy, besides always making sure that, you know, by mob tactics, you're forcing people to leave or join in twos, that is unfortunately one of the only ways I could suggest for you to have less buys. But that's not fun. So I get you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Look, I'm not trying to say get good because I don't really think that he should have to. But if he doesn't like buys, that does help you avoid them. The buy master. There you go. How about you just lean into it? How about you just become, that's your identity. Alright, anyway, we watched Greg, and he's at table 1. We watched Logan, and he's at table 2. Let's go to table 3. We didn't get to see what Brian was up to, because Brian had the old buy round 1. And Brian's another one, and let me tell you, I feel like I give him the buy all the time. And I know that he loves to play. But he does have usually some pretty cool Final Fantasy 4 decks I'd love to see. So let's go ahead and get into the game. And yeah, this is gonna be Tyler too. And oh, Tyler has been cooking up some crazy shit these last few weeks. We had the Golbez, and then last week we had like Rampare. Wednesday Fun keeps you safe. I think that's important, man. I think you need the outlet, right? Like, it's like venting. You get all clogged up, dude. You just need to... you need to throw a couple things at a wall. And the nice thing about this, dude, is it lends itself so well to playing random things or to janky things because you don't have to sleeve it. It's so much easier to just try an idea, you know? You really do look forward to this? Well, thank you so much. That makes me feel really good. I look forward to it too. Obviously, you know, we've been sitting here for almost 7 years doing this thing together. I love doing this with you guys. So I'm glad that you guys like it as much as I like doing it. We've got Wind, Earth from Tyler up here. I think we did briefly see him doing some retainer stuff, it looked like, in the game when I jumped in there for a second to call time on them. Let me get some names up on the screen. Since the game's up on the screen, on the left we're going to have that is Brian. And on the right is Tyler. There we go. Yeah, because I want to say even, let me look at pairings, dude, for last week. Oh, we didn't have a bye. Isn't that blessed? We only had a bye in the last round, which of course you got, so I'm sorry. What just happened? Oh my god. What? What? Oh, okay, hold on. Opus 1 Rare Sid Highwind. When the forward that took damage from Sid Highwind is put from the field into the break zone on the same turn, your opponent puts the top 2 cards of his or her deck into the break zone. Highwind, tap. Your opponent puts the top 2 cards of his or her deck in the break zone. We're turbo milling people? Bell dot. When warp counter is removed from bell dot, your opponent. Dude. What are you doing, brother? What are you doing? What is happening over here? Protect him? Okay. To spam, so we have a couple things to spam summons. Then we got a retainer line in here, which I don't know how that interacts with Sid. This is how you know the competitive season's been gone too long. Fight effects. Oh, yes. Okay, thank you. Fight effects with Sid to mill, yes. Because if they take damage from Sid, oh my god, dude. I was just sitting here thinking about spamming his S ability, but you're right. They're spamming his first ability. I'm stupid. That's clear synergy. That is right in front of my face. So thank you, RBX Sire, for saying it in a nice way instead of being like, you fucking idiot. Dumb streamer. My brain is cooked, folks. Alright. He's milling, dude. He's fucking mill, baby. He types. Okay, Noctis is searching for retainer. Wait, and then Noctis when we play Wind or Earth. Wait, can we just play the Sid off of this? When you play Wind or Earth forward other than Noctis, you choose the forward and they fight. And it's a one-way fight. I mean, he's gonna force him to pop the Cecil to protect this Rosa, huh? No, we're going right for the Iggy. Straight for the Iggy. Little Iggy blast here. Just a little Iggy blast, dude. Oh, hey, how's it going? You already know I love seeing the name with Final Fantasy XI in it. Every time. Every time. Warms my heart. Speaking of, I gotta use Steel on cooldown. I gotta steal from this huge spider. Okay, we're good. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to stream. A little Ingy? A little Ingy pop? There you go. Alright, where are we at now? So, Iggy came down, we went to pop the Rosa, of course, we went and played Cecil, then we, man, I can't believe this man's gonna teleport again this game. We saw him pull that off. We saw him pull that off not so long ago. He went and he got the Water Cecil, who of course generated the crystal when he entered, and he's able to use the crystal to protect the Rosa from the fight from Ignis. So that's pretty important. It is a nice little protective counter to the strong part of what Tyler's doing right now. But it's not all Tyler's trying to do, man. He's got some other weirdness cooking under the hood. So we've got Final Fantasy IV stuff as always coming out of Brian here. And it's Rosa, Cecil, Edge, of course. The Edge is pretty standard. He also interacts with crystals in that cool way where he can be played from the discard pile for 2 and a crystal. Just building out our army of Final Fantasy IV characters. Are we actually just using materia to generate more crystals? It seems like we've been doing that a lot here to keep those things flowing. And of course, we generate a crystal every time that a Final Fantasy IV character enters the field when Cecil is out, so the fact that we play the Edge from the discard pile also generates a crystal is kind of cool, so it's like crystal neutral. Now we bring out the Yuna, Light Yuna, man. This has been that card. She is that girl. Very, very powerful light card. They had to restrict to 1 copy here, which of course means that if you do lose your copy of Yuna to damage or RFG, that's it. You know, there is no more threat of her. And I think that's exactly what they needed to do to stop it from being so dominant all the time, where it was just, they were just constant. Everybody was playing 3. In like whatever they could squeeze it into. You know, not just her being her own deck, but now I think we see it more properly splash into things as a choice when you know you're going to have a lot of forwards that go wide strategy. It's a pretty cool, and it's still a very, very powerful card, right? But it's not just in everything now, although you can, it's pretty universal. As far as light and dark cards go, sometimes they're asking you to do different things, right? There's light and dark cards that ask you to play specific types of guys, light and dark cards that ask you to have crystals, light and dark cards that ask you to have a certain number of like Shinryu doesn't want you to have many guys in play compared to your opponent. Yuna's kind of the opposite. Yuna wants you to have a bunch of guys in play. And the thing about that is every deck wants to have a bunch of guys in play. Well, not, you know, for the most part. Because guys in play turning sideways and dealing damage is how you win. So Yuna just kind of rides along something you're already doing. And yeah, maybe people lean a little harder into it. Like, yeah, maybe Brian went a little wider than he'd normally go on that turn. He did some weird edge stuff just to get 4 characters for the Yuna, right? But that's the price they're paying. It's like the soft cost that makes this card, you know, interesting as a light legend. And just not an inclusion in every single deck. Bel'Dat is entering the field, and I mean, you may never have seen this trigger, and I don't blame you. When a warp counter is removed from Bel'Dat, the opponent puts the top 2 cards of their deck in the break zone. So we did remove that last one from her. She just came in this turn. Then when she enters the field, you choose a forward in your opponent's break zone. It looks like we are choosing Cecil. Then you can cast it as if you owned it this turn. And so we cast his light Cecil. When is the first North America Winter Cup? So the official North America Winter Cup is next weekend. There are other ones that people are putting together, like, you know, different communities are running their own stuff, but we only have 1 Winter Cup officially this year, unfortunately. And that is going to be not this upcoming Saturday, but the Saturday after, the 7th. The 7th and 8th. Soon, TM. Yeah, that's Pittsburgh. Yeah. Pittsburgh would be the Winter Cup. Alright, so now Yuna is able to double guys. Probably we're trying to kill Yuna with this Cecil, so I imagine we're yeah, what's what. Last time you went, it was a disaster travel-wise, and you're traumatized. Don't say that to me. I need good vibes. It's with all the winter weather we've been having, the fact that they're getting more this week. I need it to be like all of a sudden converted into bright, sunshiny, beautiful summer weather. Like another reason that it was maybe not so bad to have it in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I would rather. I mean, I liked it most when it was down in Florida. If I'm being honest, it's not just that I want it near me, man. I'm happy to travel. Traveling is more fun. Let's travel. But, you know, geez, people don't travel north in the winter. We travel south. There's a lot of arrows, man. Went to the Royal Rumble when it was in Pittsburgh. A huge snowstorm hit and we drove in it back to New Jersey. Oh my goodness, dude. Driving through Pennsylvania in a snowstorm all the way back to New Jersey is, that sounds like a hell that I am too familiar with. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you, man. I know that life. Trust me, I know. Ready? This one's only gonna hit with the northern New Jerseyers and the Pennsylvanians, okay? Look, Route 80 is a straight line through all of Pennsylvania, and it's as soon as you get into PA, besides the part where you're right on that side of the mountain, like pretty early on, it's all 2 lanes for the entire fucking state. It's a 2-lane highway, and for 60% of the state, one of the 2 lanes is under construction. You don't see anybody actively working on the second lane. The second lane is just blocked for like miles and miles and miles. And miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. It's really just a 1-lane highway and is full of trucks. So, because they're just driving west on Route 80, as one does, all the way across the friggin' country. So it's just like, it's horrible. It's never been an enjoyable experience to drive west through Pennsylvania for the length of the state, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm sorry to hear all that, man. That sounds awful. Alright, we got some crazy, holy shit, a Yojimbo sighting, folks. When you're all in on fights. We have a Yojimbo sighting. Yojimbo, the Ignis, into the Yuna. This Yuna will not live. We tried to bring back the Yuna, and he says, no, sir. He goes, wait, I got stuff. I'm thinking, yeah, man. Oh, man. He goes to shoot the Yuna on his opponent's turn, right? Then he goes to start using the Yuna. Then he's like, I'll do this to make her bigger, protect it. Then he's like, nah, actually, I'm going to shoot it with the... Oh, I got to turn this down. It's a little loud. The little Sephiroth sound. That's a little too quiet. There you go. And then I gotta make sure I go past the part where they sing about the weird ass song about clouds. The highway was destroyed by snow and trucks crashed, dude. I was in a huge storm driving back from Ohio through Pennsylvania, and yeah, it was definitely like people had to pull over, like I had to pull over and just like be in my car for like most of the day, just like hanging out. Not great. Shout out Ohio. Hey, yep, Ohio. One of the worst experiences and weekends of my life. Trying as hard as I could to get out of that state as fast as possible. Shout out Ohio. One of my least favorite places. Before it was a meme. I guess that's where the meme comes from. Imagine that, but every day. Yeah, well. It's every day, bro. We got some results rolling in from round 2. Anthony 7-0, Kurt at table 6. June 7-4 over Logan, table 2. Nice, June is cooking. We gotta watch June's game next round. You didn't get the LQ because the store owner didn't check his email? Oh lord. Didn't get an LQ, truly the worst. Yeah, oh man. What's a snowstorm? Actually, what is snow? Guys, you wouldn't believe the people down here, man, they don't know what to do with it, man. And we had an ice storm this last weekend, and my maintenance department guys were out there. It sounded like they were building a railroad the other day, dude. They were literally out there with, like, spades, just, like, banging the ground with spades, trying to break the ice, and all they did was make all of these dents and marks in the walkway. Oh, look at the Ohioans have found each other. Alright, we got a lot of limit break dudes. It's a limit break party at the table here. It's both players are just playing very, very carefully and conservatively, trying to build their hands back up, just playing things with limit break. You run into the PA tournaments all the time? Oh, word. Oh, word. Dox yourself for the stream. There it is. That's our deck box god. That's our deck box lord. Dude, Laughers, I love my Bastok box, man. And the garage gang, we use that box all the time. Oh, it's getting funky in here, but I am gonna go ahead and we're gonna pop over to the Final Fantasy VIII one, and we're gonna get to. Oh, there we go. We're in Ballon Garden now. We're cooking. The Gigantor deck box, even the giant Gigantor deck box is my most recognizable thing. That's my calling card. It says. All right, we got a Palom hitting. Palom, now he's really cool synergy with this light Cecil. I like it a lot. But of course, still a good card on his own once he gets his counters rolling, and still can have some cool synergies early and just helping people get there as far as numbers. Now, this Zidane is, of course, going to be milling the opponent as well when he enters. We want to see some Sid Highwind shit, dude. I haven't seen a single Sid Highwind fight, man. What's going on? Where did he even go? Did we return him to our hand? Oh, he was removed from the game? That's so troll. We need more Sid Highwind content. We need Sid Highwind content. Lena back up. Man, we're just chilling, dude. These guys are just chilling. It's like, it's literally turn 15 and it feels like it's turn 5. Yeah, and I'll just play a backup. I'll just play a Vincent, a 2CB Vincent, and delete your Legend Palom, dude. It's just like, it's so efficient. It's so slow and gentlemanly. And then he's gonna mill him. How's he getting away with this? I hate that rat Palom. I think he's really interesting with this Cecil. I really liked seeing that synergy play out last week. Drop the Gigantor deck box picture in the Discord. I love that, dude. Let me see. Oh my god, I love him. That's great. I love that. Dude, Laughers, you're kind of masterful with that thing by now, huh? Look at that base and everything. You didn't design this when you just printed it? Look, I'm still just giving you all the credit, okay? 100% of the credit. Oh, dude, you know what? This Ferris was around for a hot minute, and like the other, but I feel like we didn't see as much of her as I was hoping we would. I think this is a really fun card. Searching for Lena and adding it to our hand. Actually going to be able to res something with Lena here, and then just play forward with this Ferris once we get to the attack phase. Oh, they just think that you're walking around like this is my Cactar prop, dude. I mean, come on, that's got to be a fun reveal over and over again. Like, you twist the head off and they're like, oh. Alright, so, I mean, I kind of really want to see the Sid stuff, though, dude. It's, like, it's cool. I also really like the retainers, and I think that the new Opus 27 retainers are actually quite interesting together. There's even, like, a Mono Earth lean there that's kind of interesting. But, besides all of that, this whole deck is built around this guy, right? I just want to see it. I just want to see it. Please! Show me. Show me the pilot. Alright, so we have an absolutely juiced Prompto triggering Noctis here, of course. Dude, I know, right? The font on the Opus 1 card. It's just that the font is the same. It just got weird. Oh no, I guess it is a different font, right? It just got weird, like, kerning. Like, look at the way that the first line is just like stretched out is all fucked up and weird. Somebody certainly made a choice while laying that one out in InDesign, huh? Alright, so we went to use Lena S ability, and Tyler hit him with the Mist Dragon to remove the entire Breakstone from the game. An excellent counter to the Lena, and then of course we resolved the Prompto to kill the Ferris. So this is an excellent exchange. We play Prompto. Prompto, of course, we have Noctis, so he gets plus 3k power and haste, right? And then Gladio is out here. Sorry, no, Gladio's not giving another 1,000. Where's the other 1,000 coming from? Oop, oop. Oh, Maria. Oh my god. Fucking. Oh, Maria. We've got classic Opus 1 Maria here. Maria is going to be juicing everybody by 1k. So Prompto up at 9k, slaps Ferris around. Now he gets to attack. Oh no, this is the next turn. So we don't get to draw all the cards and everything because we're missing Ignis. We have everybody else, so man, that would be nice if we had one. Is there a hotel that other card gamers have decided on for Pit? There's like some, whatever the closest like Hilton thing is, I think, is like right there. That's where we are anyway. Oh, we got a Warrior Light, dude. Slam it. Boom. Didn't draw for Mist Dragon. He says, so let me check. I just met a girl named Maria. I don't decide trips. One of the guys on the team makes... Oh yeah, there you go. That's an easy way to do it, right? Have somebody just do all the planning. Just, as long as they're good at it, man, and they don't mind doing it, that's a great way to handle it. Right, so we got the Warrior Light out, which is great. Nice big defensive boy, 10k. Going to be a little bit harder for them to kill, but I mean, I do think that there's probably a way that we can juice our guys. Even the Yojimbo pumps the guys when you cast the Yojimbo on the when you cast it to fight. How much does it pump by? Let's take a look. Because when it's an EX, it's +3, but normally it's just +1. Yeah. The Maria going to be helping us get over the Warrior Light down there. Cecil coming down. Oh boy, and Zeromus has hit the field. So we were looking at this guy a little bit last week, I think. But he's worth talking about again, man. So he's, yeah, sure, whatever. He's a Zemus in all situations, sure. When one or more characters you control are chosen by opponent's summoner ability, if your opponent doesn't pay for it or crystal, you cancel its effects. So that can be pretty big. Well, 8k guy, but if he gets chosen, I mean, 4 is expensive, and not every deck has access to crystals. That's right, the Taxman is here. He is cometh. The Taxman cometh. Where do I get a tag? I got a drop. Okay, no problem. Got some buddies waiting for Jackbox. I mean, hey, that sounds fun, man. Enjoy. Enjoy, man. That's what I say. No, Cecil is banned. Hey, you can't play him. Hey, you can't use that guy. You can't use that Cecil. And unit isn't real anymore, so now we play tax-free. Except that, literally his opponent... I mean, oh, well, you're saying she's not real anymore because we removed her, yeah? I thought you meant in general at first, so she's not real anymore. Like, yeah, she is. Because sometimes people still play her. But no. He has removed her from the game effectively by removing her from the discard pile. And then, yeah. But, yeah. People definitely still playing some Yuna. Just we're not in like the full Yuna deck world anymore. She's been a little bit of a terror here in the weekly as a slot in some of these bigger control decks. Bring back Opus 9 Vayne. There it is. That's the Taxman, dude. He's fixing the glove and he's demanding everybody give some penance, dude. They must swear fealty to Vayne. The Pay 1 reminded me of the Pay 8 Yu-Gi-Oh days. That's a PTSD flashback we don't need. Hey, RBX Sire, I feel exactly like you. Do you, RBX Sire, have you been playing this a long time? Were you playing when Wind, Water, Yuri Chelenko was like a deck? Because let me tell you, it was like probably the most popular meta deck. It was performing everywhere, and it had 3 Light Yuris in it, and it had not a damn thing to do with them if they had extra Light Yuris in their hand. It's just the idea was, oh, if they're not killing Yuri, you win, right? Brother, no matter how many times I played this deck or tested this deck, I would just draw 2 Light Yuris constantly. I'd start the game, I'd mulligan with nothing, no Light Yuri, draw 2 Light Yuris. I'd mulligan, no baggage, draw Light Yuri. And it was just constantly, I couldn't do it, dude. I could not play that. And since then, I think the only time I've ever played a deck with 3 light or dark cards in it has been the one time. I had a feeling you had been RBXR, but I would have felt bad if I assumed and was wrong. But now, of course, I feel bad the other way, where I did not trust my gut and did not assume that you'd been around since the OG. But yeah, even Chaos Arc, like, I can't play that deck. That's too greedy. It will never work for me. I see that it works for other people, but I can't, because I'll just draw all those damn dark cards, man. I call them toxic cards. I call them poison in your hand. You know what they do? They reduce your max hand size. That's what they do. You got a lighter dark card you can't play in your hand. Guess what? Every turn you choose not to play that card, -1 max hand size. Sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes you're not, you know. But I don't know. I personally am not a huge fan of having a large number of lighter dark cards in my deck. In fact, a lot of people may notice when I play, a lot of my lists just don't have any lighter dark cards in them if they don't need them. Which, you know, I don't know, maybe just wrong, but like dancers and stuff have been pretty tight over the years. But Shinryu is one that I think is kind of the way that things get really wide these days. Shinryu is a card that I've really liked, and I started to play 3 of. That is the one time that I played 3 of a lighter dark card. And that it was actually good. But the thing is, the Shinryu immediately finds a non-Shinryu card, and he has an S ability that you use with him, which is how you want to use him most of the time. But saying all of that still, drawing 2 Shinryus in my mulliganed opening hand 2 games in a row is exactly how I lost the last round of a tournament that I had been undefeated in all day to an opponent I had beaten earlier in the round, to lose my qualifier and not get qualified for nationals a couple years ago. So it's like, dog, the one time even I did trust to play 3 light and it was working for me all day long, I got punished in the worst way at the worst time, man. So yeah, I'm totally with you, man. I don't have that kind of luck, but I see it works for other people, and I am excited when they do kooky things with multiple light and dark cards and it works for them. But it can't be me, man. It will never be me. I guess I'm not blessed in that way. I'm just not blessed in that way. I love, see, dude, those are my favorite kinds of cards, Greg. I love Artemisian, Loporrit. Those cards make me, I love that. Card quality, card filtering, all that kind of stuff is my favorite kind of stuff. I'm such a dirty water player, dude. My opponents are never punished. That's the life, right? Dude, my man Tyler is milling his opponent for sure. I mean, look, Brian still has enough juice to get there. I think Brian, with 4 cards left in his deck, he does still have the Warrior of Light and oh, I was like, that's not ready yet. And the Cecil out. I must have hovered over it as she went up there. He has these out, man. That's a lot of power. It's going to require some bigger removal spells from Tyler, who's pretty low on cards in his hand. So I don't know how much more he's going to really do here. But we are doing something else. Oh, maybe he's taking it back here. Yeah, looks like he's taking it back. Because the thing is, these are pretty killable. These are pretty removable. For a man who only needs to find a way to do 2 more damage. I like to use Lopperet to put an EX burst back on the bottom, so when I shuffle it, they might hit it. There you go. Well, see, Lopperet, 3 Lopperet is exactly how I get away with nonsense, like playing 3 purple cards in a mono water deck that I'm never going to play in any way other than as a combo piece off of another specific 3-of card. I mean, it got a lot better when the new Lilith set came out, and they both have S abilities that you want to use with each other, and the one searches for the other one. But Lopperet and Artemisian, like putting those cards back into the deck for later is so strong. And playing in monsters decks, oh my god, being able to put Blue Worms and Apkalus, or like put Malboro back in the deck with a Lopperet or something, and then your realms are better later. Yes, please. Give me a Brainstorm into fetch land effect any day. Yeah, give me just, man, I love any of those things. Astrologian, Lopperet, Artemisian, they're just some of my favorite backups ever made. And they're not that exciting, but they're just, oh, they feel so good. Oh, I missed one from Ozu here. Hey, new to FFTCG, where can I play online like this? I have the tabletop sim already. Yeah, thank you so much for chat, for giving you the answer there. We are playing on Octagon, that is true. There are a few different ways you can do it, but we play here on the weekly. Every Wednesday I host tournaments for free, and we usually play 3 to 4 rounds of Final Fantasy, and we've got everything you need to get set up in the Octagon client in the Discord. I would say that this is the simulator that is the most populated as far as the most players play Final Fantasy TCG using this sim compared to other sims. But there are still a lot of people who don't use sim, like there are tabletop discords, webcam discords, stuff like that. But yeah, Octagon will you get a lot of people who will play on there. Oh my god, yes, yes, yes. Opus 1 Sid Highwind, yes. Yes, yes. Lulu is going to say that Cecil is getting his power shrunk to 5. No, he didn't pump you. Yeah, Tyler's correct here, and we are at time. Sorry, I'm just answering there. Yeah, so Lulu sets his power, it becomes 5,000. So Cecil's main power, his printed power basically becomes 5,000, and then he has this lasting effect on him, right? Where Cecil says, choose a forward other than Cecil. Until the end of the turn, Cecil and the chosen forward lose power of any value less than that power. So it's until the end of the turn, it's a lasting effect, right? So the fact that his power gets set to 5 base, and then he loses it till the end of the turn. It's not like he's got 9 and then it's minus whatever and then it's plus whatever and then it's minus whatever, because that would be if Lulu said that it gave him additional power. So Lulu sets his power to 5,000. He has an effect that's on him that says his power is minus whatever he said until the end of the turn. Cecil dies, yeah. Because Cecil is a -6. Is that what he did? Yeah, Cecil's a 5k power forward with a -6k power effect on him until the end of the turn. So he is dead. And we are at time. I gotta let these guys know. Also, we're at time, but these guys, even if I tell them it's turn 0 right now, they go 0, 1, 2, 3. They're going to they're gonna get through this game anyway because this man has 4 cards left in this deck. So he's using Cecil's ability. Oh my god, dude. He found... Holy shit. He used Materia's power to look at the top 4 cards of his deck. He's adding the light card to his hand. And now he's discarding a light card to give Cecil plus 10,000 power till the end of the turn. Incredible. Incredible. Insane. 10 out of 10. Turn 1. Yeah, there you go. That's what you call a heads up play from a stand-up guy. Wow. He Miwas. Pitches Miwa, plays a Miwa, and does the Warrior of Light again. Tyler says, well, F. Oh my goodness. Absolutely incredible play here from Brian. He's making up for the Cecil. So he does the Cecil to remove, and then the Lulu comes in to shrink. And it's like, okay, he has to commit to this play line, but it worked out great for him. He hits the thing, gets to pump the Cecil, and now not only is the Cecil out of range of this little Lulu shenanigan, but he put that Sid Highwind back in his hand, right? And if he was able to play the Sid Highwind and kill the Cecil, then he would immediately mill him out too many, right? Yeah, we're about to deck out. Yeah. So by pumping this guy up that high, he also was out of range of Sid Highwind being able to kill him. Oh, Big V is gonna slap Zidane around too here. I mean, yeah, but we can't attack for the win. So now my man just he can't attack for the win. Never mind, because Miwa and Warrior Light can both attack. Well, he tries to play the Sid Highwind from his hand for free. Get that thing out of here, dude. What are we doing? What are we doing? All right, good game, good game. He wanted to just play the Sid Highwind. Okay. Yeah, we can. Sorry, I was like, no, we can. We can attack with the Warrior Light and the Cecil and the Miwa. It was a turn later, yeah. Yeah, we sure can. Yeah, definitely dead. Plays the joke Sid Highwind. Alright, we're pairing next. Bro, I'm about to watch the new season of Shrinking with wife. What is Shrinking? You got it, brother. Thanks, CMPA. If I've not seen this show, highly recommend. It's so good on Apple TV. Alright. What's funny is I didn't finish reading your post before I asked the question out loud, and then you literally answered it as if we were having a conversation in your post when I continued to read it. So that worked out. Next time I'll probably read. I should read your thing all the way. All right, Muhammad has dropped and Kurt has dropped, which means we're back to having a bye on fourth. All right, table 1, Greg 7-1 over Muhammad. Boom, boom. Shrinking. Anybody in chat watch Shrinking that has an opinion on it they'd like to share? Table 4, Joe 7, Vince 2. Table 5, Ian 7, Tabitha 2. Alright. Save. Next round. We have 3 players with a potential little undefeated streak here. Oh, sorry, I can't do that. I forgot to drop the drops. Hold on. Muhammad and Kurt. Okay. Alright, pairings are up. Could be a tiebreaker. I'll lose my money twice. R.I.P. Alright. What happened to our Vanadale cam? There it is. We're in town. Close this game because that's over. Alright, let's watch table. Which one's our pair down table? I just clicked table 1 out of habit. Okay, table 1 is not the pair down table. Dude, the software is so weird. Alright, we're going to table 1. Table 1, because we wanted to watch what June was up to. We got June versus Greg is back on stream. Now that Greg is a stranger to being on stream. Let's get the names on the screen since the game's on the screen. And let's get the game on the screen. Alright, this is going to be on the right. June. Put that in. Oh, June's playing Final Fantasy VIII. I love it. Although I don't know if I love a naked Raijin start. We are also playing the Raijin that reveals the top 2, which is cool because I feel like we've been seeing some different builds of 8 with different choices lately, so it's interesting to see which ones people are selecting for themselves. Do a little boom, boom, there we go, names are fixed. Alright. Let's see. Astinian, dude. Oh, man. So this guy is the absolute beast. Turn sideways, he attacks. He immediately gets to put a Scion back into the hand. We're kind of matching the forward energy immediately of June here, which is interesting. kind of daring them to commit to the board. If June were to pivot here and just slam like Sid Kramer in a nice backup, I wouldn't hate it at all, and just kind of slow down a little and just say, hey, I didn't have a great start. I figured I'd get this guy out. I'm going to be able to turn him sideways for a point of damage here. Which maybe not even worth it, right? This deck has definitely got... this deck, let's see, it has Urianger, Kukulane, Odin for sure, because we saw Lightning. So yeah, there's quite a few EX Burstos in there. If you attack just for shiggles right now, like, attacking doesn't... Okay, this is a little bit more of a commitment, and yeah, sure, let's turn two things sideways. I was gonna say, attacking for the sake of attacking, if we're gonna end up building this turn with the Raijin, might actually be horrible, because if we hit an EX, we just are so far behind that it's just... we're gonna play the Selfie, we're gonna search out a Fantasy 8 forward here. I don't hate getting, like, if we play Light Squall, he's pretty good here. You can play him for 2 CP and you can Dull Freeze the Estinian. I don't hate that. Do we have somebody else who Dull Freezes the Estinian or deals with the Estinian? Cypher is a little early, isn't he? Maybe not. I don't know. We got, so what do we got in the break zone? 2 Warrior of Lights. This is interesting. And then Cypher and Irvine. We did have him. Okay, so we did get Light Kingdom Hearts Squall here. He will Dull Freeze the Estinian, and then we can give him Haste and Brave, right? And then, I mean, I guess he doesn't get to Dull Freeze another character, but... Oh no, this character. Choose a character, Dull Freeze it. Yeah, so then we can also lock out an element of choice here. I honestly think locking out Lightning is the better play. But we'll see what we opt for June here. Yep, we're going to go ahead and choose Lightning backup. Cecil with Brave as well. He does hit Luswa, so we did it. We got away with it. And now Raijin is going to be a Gratia. That was great. We dodged 2 bursts, hit a pretty high value target in the Graha over there, froze the Estinian, froze the Lightning backup, and we've got a pretty scary board. So I actually like this follow-up turn. Worked out great. This is weird. I was just like, man, okay, now that we're playing the Selfie, we do have the Light Squall. That's gonna feel really good. Sure enough. These people clapping along. Clap. Clap. Man, alright, so we bring out Alize, she gets to autoplay the Y'shtola. Freezing Lightning was right, because we made it awkward, he had to pitch the extra Lightning card. Y'shtola is going to just kill the Squall, because he's obviously the problem that's recurring here. But guess what? we've got the Cypher, who's going to mill the top 2 cards of our deck. That was so interesting. We saw Leo and the... Oh, is it Gilgamesh in here? Oh my goodness. Is this actually secretly a very different deck entirely? Hajmal? What is happening? But yeah, I was going to say anyway, we can Cypher to get back the Squall. So Cypher is going to go, he's going to get back Squall. We do have 11 cards in the discard pile now, which means that he is going to give us plus 2,000 power and haste. Oh my god, the Hajmal is kind of gross. You can give everyone plus 2k haste. Then we could animate Cypher, who will attack and kill something, or we can do well, no, sorry, he already has haste, so we'll use Selfie on the Squall, so we can kill one and we can freeze the other. So we are going to be Kukulaning the Cypher. That's fine. Good play from Greg. So yeah, we're gonna Selfie on the Squall, attack, and then you just Dull Freeze Justinian again. And depending on what you got in your hand and what your strategy is here, and maybe this is a block with Alizé from Greg. But no, he's going to take the damage, and it turns out it wasn't Alizé, proving that he was right to not, because now if these other cards are going to turn sideways, you know, if he was going to take a damage fall, I don't know. Hindsight on what damage was after it flips is always a little tricky, unless there's something that you manipulated, or rather, unless we're talking about EX or not EX, but... Yeah, so Cypher is going to attack because Raijin didn't get blanked. So Cypher is attacking as just a standard vanilla boy with extra power and temporary, or rather haste, as long as Raijin's ability is live. So we will decide if we're going to take this one or not. And then Raijin's also going to be turning sideways, and Selfie's also going to be turning sideways. I mean, there's a lot of damage coming in this turn. It's in fact going to be 3 more, so it'll be up to... Well, I guess this attack is happening right now. The other one already happened. So it's this one, then 2 more, if this lands. So you either go to 6, or you go to 5, and you lose the Alizé here. Those are both some pretty shit options. A new mention. Judge call. Cypher still has haste if he is blank, right, with Raijin on the board. Yeah, just double checking everything, of course, before anything else, dude. Judge call. So I believe that Kukulane is actually on top of this, and that this is not constantly reapplying, and that this is a timestamp type situation. So give me 1 minute to confirm for you. Hello? Oh, that's so weird, dude. So, I don't know how long it's been doing that. The thing, I didn't even have, so my microphone's not muted. Nothing is muted. Nothing was showing muted at all. But when you said that and I looked over and I was talking, the bar obviously wasn't moving. So then I clicked to switch it off. Like, I turned on the mute and then I turned it off and it came back. I don't, okay. How long have I been fucking muted, dog? Okay, well, whatever. We did the judge call. We answered the judge call. I explained the judge call, which probably didn't happen because I muted around then. Then we were obviously talking about how all he has to do is play a thing from... what I just said this turn, all he has to do is play something from his limit break deck. He could play Cloud to kill the Leo, or he plays Serge's is fine, whatever. Then you attack with Squall, and you would dull freeze the other blocker, you know, and then, yeah, you just get through there for 7 points of damage. June crushing it since the judge call. Well, that's great. I love that, talking into fucking the void. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about how the entertainment value just tanked. I was popping off over here. I'm sure you guys see me highlighting all kinds of stuff and you're like, hello? I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't know. It wasn't showing muted. I had unmuted myself on my end anyway. Very odd. Yeah, so all the cards flying by, yeah. Because even when you said that, are we still muted? I was like, did I mute somebody or something? Did I mute like a person? And then I looked over and saw that my equalizer was just flat. Great. But not muted. To be fair, it did tell me that there was an update that I refused to push right before I started stream for the for this software. Maybe it's, you know, who knows. Alright. Do we have a finals? Was this the finals? The wind has been taken out of my sails. Let's look at the results for table 2. They're not in yet, so let's pop over to table 2. That's where we're gonna go. Gamers, it's been a long day. I hope that you're all doing well out there. I hope that you're doing okay in the storm. If you had to deal with the storm, we had to deal with ice and stuff down here. I hope that you are happy and healthy and warm. I hope that 2026 is going well for you so far. I hope that you're excited to travel to Final Fantasy events this year. I hope I'll be seeing you at the Winter Cup next weekend. I hope all of these things for all of you. Whoa, my God, they're dragging me all the way out here. Okay, So here, table 2. Zoomed way too far in. All right, we've got Final Fantasy IV stuff versus Mono Ice, man. Don't know exactly what to expect out of this one. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the names because these are not the players playing here. My black mages were maging. Yo, I love black mages though, man. The waltzes are sick. You get the Yuna, the Pain. Cooking with the waltzes, dude. Got Terra in there doing her dull with all the fire and lightning, too. Oh, yeah, because she's fire, wind, lightning, right? Very cool. Big Vivi. Big Slammer. Cook them with those numbers, man. I love that. Dude, they're gonna come out with that new VV too, man. I wonder what he's gonna do. They've got that stained glass art on the Final Fantasy IX cast that's been coming out. Fun stuff, man. Yeah. I might have to check that out, man. A little Terra Fire Lightning Black Mage action. Oh man, so Heretical Negaron, he should be gone. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, man, I was just about to say, Brian's somehow done a pretty good job clearing out this board, but he doesn't really have much left after he's done with it. And now we immediately go to Joe. Joe just plays Shantoto for 1, picks up Seymour, gets to drop him for 3. See, this is why I said earlier, she's such a great partner with this guy, right? The CP just works out, man. You tap, you get the Shantoto into play, you tap 3 pitch, play Seymour, and you get to use the floater to pay the kick. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Sure is, man. Alright, Seymour doing his thing, man. Being a creepy dude. Dull freeze. Locking it down, discarding the last card, the Shiva from... Oh no, that's our Shiva. He discarded the Palom. Yeah, boy. Well, now go ahead. You have 2 cards. You've got the 1 backup. Things are looking a little bit rough for Brian here, which means they're looking pretty good for our hero at table 1, June, with the big W over Greg. Speaking of Final Fantasy IX, guys, we've got the we got those acrylic mini blind stand Final Fantasy IX guys on the prize wall now. We've got the little Final Fantasy VII guys on the wall. When you win your week, you can ask for one of those. Mr. Greg just got some of those in the box I sent his way too. I'm giving them out as like extras when I send boxes out too now. So those are a cool extra thing we got. I'll have some of them with me at the Winter Cup. And yeah. Stickers as always. Stickers as always. You know we're stickered up. Hey Brett, I don't know, or sorry, Brett, I'm reading your message. Sorry, this person says, Brett says on the YouTube stream over there, if you want to post the deck list in our Discord, he would love to see your Black Mage deck and what you're cooking. If you wanted to put that in the deck list section of the Hideout. It looks like Brett is like, dude, I want to play a Fire Lightning Black Mage deck. I was kind of feeling the same way. I'd like to see it, if you're willing to share. YouTube folks, I'm sorry if I missed some of you with interactions tonight. For some reason my multi-stream chat is populating just fine on the stream, but my like pop out of it is only showing me the Twitch stuff. So I gotta fix that. Again, maybe it's just because I'm running an outdated version of the client now, so I just have to update it so that everything's looking for the right stuff. Oh, let me get the hand sizes up. Here we go. So we get the desperation move, right? Which is activating our backup to just look for anything at all to play. We take a Miwa and put it in our hand, which isn't nothing. I mean, it's a back attack card that activates our forwards, which is good against ice. But unfortunately, that is almost all we've got in our hand. I mean, we have one other card, no backups. And we're about to lose one of the cards from our hand and have our backups frozen, so we might even lose both of the cards from our hand. In fact, it's quite likely. I mean, I guess we're just going for the win. Never mind. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to play the Miwa. Sure, Miwa is gonna buff the guys, but it's not like they can party block. Do we have instant speed? Show the Shiva, show me the Dull Freeze, show me something. I mean, you got 6 cards in your hand. You got Mateus, you got Shiva, you got... I mean, I'm looking at these summons left and right. Yeah, there you go. So you're just gonna... You Mateus... we're actually... It looks like we're playing like a billion different versions of this Mateus. So this one we're gonna Dull forward. We're gonna break it before it gets reactivated by Miwa and draw a card. And then we're cracking Tella here. Discard a summon, put Tella in the break zone, choose a Dull forward, deal 3,000 for each CP. Oh, never mind. That's what we're doing. Tella to kill the Leo. Okay. Why not just use the Mateus? Oh wait, he has 2 of these? Well, Miwa doesn't come in dull. Oh, we're using... Okay, now we're casting the second one to dull the forward and draw a card. Sure. He just had 2 Mateus. Didn't have to tell, I don't think. What's Brian gonna do about that, dude? He literally types LOL in the chat. Is it mostly just you over on YouTube? Okay, Brett. Well, you know, I don't know because I hadn't been able to see it. I know earlier in the stream, at least one person was asking questions on there, and somebody else from chat was being really helpful in answering them. So thank you, I appreciate that. And looks like, yeah, we're just gonna take that one. Oh, it is a Thornton, but Thornton searched the deck for any one card, but we have nothing to play. He is looking at his deck, but there's nothing that you can do with one card here. Take Cecil just to take it, dude, I guess. Oh no, because he and then takes the damage, man. Alright, well, then that does mean that the winner this week is the winner of the first game that we watched. It was our finals this week. So congratulations to June. We're taking it with Final Fantasy VIII this week, which is sick. I love that. Putting June in there. Boom. Table 4, Ian 7-2 over Vince. Table 3, Logan 7-1 over Brendan. Table 2, Joe 7-4 over Brian. What a game. So I kind of agree with you, Jiro, but here's the thing. I think that the FF8 stuff, it has so many ways that it can be really explosive and strong, but then there's also a bunch of versions of the deck, like where you draw things in a slightly weird order, or you just like don't, I don't know, you don't really get going, and then it kind of feels like it doesn't really have like a great backup plan, like it's not super robust. But I don't know, maybe that, I mean, I've only played a little bit with it. It does seem like there's enough pieces there that it's got to be worth the squeeze, and I definitely agree it's really powerful, especially all the lightning ones, man. Like Adea is a crazy card, all the ciphers and Raijins and stuff, all the synergies are really good. Ingus is a crazy card. I'm starting to really like the fire ones too, man, like Selfie and the new Zell is actually kind of cool. I like him a lot. Anyway, congratulations to June for taking it this week with Final Fantasy VIII. We will be back next Wednesday for our last pre-Winter Cup stream, bringing in February, bringing in the old new month there, and we will see you there. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. As always, take care, everybody. We will see you next week at 7 o'clock back here on the stream for 3 more action-packed rounds, even, of Final Fantasy TCG. But until then, toodles, bye-bye, bye-bye, goodbye, bye-bye.